Hey people, it is Monday, July the 25th. The time is 12:16 in the afternoon and it's currently 22 degrees Celsius. I'm standing here at the corner of Bathurst Street and Lakeshore Boulevard. And you can see across the way there is an Esso gas station. And I recently did a walk around the east side of downtown where I walked past all 4 remaining gas stations on the east side of downtown. And that's all that's left on that side of downtown. And I mentioned in that video that on the west side of downtown there are 3 remaining gas stations and that I would come and do a walk past of those ones as well. But it turns out there's this one also, which is technically just outside of the boundary of downtown, as it's on the west side of Bathurst Street. And Bathurst Street is bounded by, or downtown is bounded by Bathurst Street in the west, the lake to the south, the Don Valley to the east, and Bloor Street to the north. But I thought I'd include this one anyway since it's literally on Bathurst Street. So we'll be walking past this and 3 more remaining gas stations on the west side of downtown. So added to the ones remaining on the east side of downtown, that would be 8 remaining gas stations in total in downtown Toronto. And who knows how many will be left within the next few years, as they seem to be dropping like flies lately. So we'll begin heading north along Bathurst Street, making our way to the next gas station, which is on Spadina Avenue, and actually gas station number 3 is also on Spadina Avenue. And most of the time when these gas stations are closed, it's due to the land being purchased by a developer, and most often a tall residential building will be constructed on the site. And the last gas station is on Harbord Street, so it's quite a ways north of here. So I'll be walking through Chinatown along Spadina Avenue on the way there. This might be close to an hour-long video, same as the last one I did. There's a number of cops on bikes converging on the area. So we're gonna take a shortcut through part of City Place here. This is Fort York Boulevard. And just up ahead there's the Bathurst Street Bridge. But there's another bridge that I'd rather walk over, which I haven't done in a while in a video, where I have gone over the Bathurst Street Bridge at least a few times in some recent videos and live streams. I was saying in part one that I could foresee in the next 10 years or so all of the remaining gas stations in the downtown area being closed down. Maybe one or two will survive. Too many of them just sit on prime development land now. The two we're heading towards on Spadina Avenue are a good example of that. Spadina Avenue is densifying quite a bit in recent years with new towers. And we're approaching that other bridge I was talking about. This is a pedestrian bridge going over the rail corridor. And it provides some pretty cool views. Check out some of the GO train action, as well as Via Rail and the Up Express all pass through along this corridor. And that large development is called the Well. It's a multi-tower development. It incorporates a new shopping mall as well. Get it? The Well. Here you can see the towers way in Humber Bay Shores in Etobicoke off in the distance. And that cluster just straight ahead there is near the Liberty Village neighborhood. And the financial district is over in that direction. You can see First Canadian Place, the tallest office tower in the financial district. And cranes everywhere. And a whole lot of GO trains just chilling.
Towers over there. So you
Alright, now we're going to head along Front Street. We'll head east to Spadina. This is an interesting new development going on right here, the Portland Commons. This is Portland Street. Wow, it's quite nice. Hopefully it turns out as nice as the rendering. It's not always the case, unfortunately. This part of Front Street is pretty dug up. Almost looks like something out of Third World with the conditions of the pavement and the sidewalks along here. It's been a construction zone for years now. I imagine someday it'll be all fixed up and fit to walk along. And there's Draper Street. And there's a GO train heading into Union Station. Thanks.
Right here, my brother.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bom dia, Wellington.
This development is huge. It takes up almost like an entire city block. I think there's 7 different buildings. And you get to walk under endless scaffolding, which is always a treat. Walking underneath here is pretty much unavoidable. There's not a sidewalk on the other side of the street, which has always bugged me about this part of Front Street. Hopefully once all this construction hell is over with, they'll maybe do something about a sidewalk on that side of the street. Because right now, walking along here is almost as inhospitable as you can get for a street in downtown Toronto from a pedestrian perspective. There, from this point on, Front Street does become a much more pleasant walking environment if you head further east, but we're going to be heading north now here. So this is Spadina Avenue. Alright, it should be more pleasant now. And just like that, we've come to gas station number 2 and 3, right across from one another. So as you can see, this land is prime for redevelopment. And I think there is a proposal already in place for the site of that gas station across the street. And if it wasn't for the last remaining gas station on Harbord Street, this would be the end of the downtown gas station tour. But Harbord Street is still quite a ways off, so that will allow us to walk all the way along Spadina Avenue through Chinatown. And if I'm not mistaken, the remaining gas station on Harbor Street is a relatively new addition. I seem to recall it just popping up in the last year or two. And it's on a very small site, as you'll see. And here's King Street. And here the streetcar runs along its own right of way. Doesn't have to contend with traffic. I think somebody yelled my name as they cycled past. And there's a look down Adelaide Street.
Simcoe.
Try to pick up the pace so I can make it to that gas station hopefully before an hour of recording time. Here's Richmond Street.
You do it.
Seems like I'm hitting every red light along the way.
Oh, I can come grab Allison's bag and stuff. I look really...
Here's the place to get the best homemade cookies in town. I can smell them from here. And approaching Queen Street. And it looks like I might get stuck at another red light. Let me jog. I think I can make it. And I made it.
I tell the Lord that He's my rock and my salvation.
Queen and Spadina. Always a busy and interesting intersection. I'd say right up there with Yonge and Dundas and Spadina. If I had to pick three of the most active downtown intersections. I'm pretty much speed walking here. And there is one more gas station just north of Bloor, around where Church and Davenport Road cross Yonge Street. But I've decided not to include that one since it is a bit north of Bloor Street, not directly on Bloor, but a good few blocks north of Bloor. Some people might still consider that to be the very northern part of downtown. And if you want to include that one, you can go ahead and add it in, but I won't be walking past it. So that would be 9 if you included that one, remaining gas stations in the greater downtown area.
It's okay, I see. Wow.
Mac Daddy Pigeon, putting the moves on Lady Pigeon.
Saturday.
It's the barrier.
We're approaching Dundas and Spadina, the main intersection of Chinatown. Well, in Toronto, no sidewalk goes unobstructed, as I like to say, so I guess I'll cross here. Very nice fresh fruit smell. So Chinatown runs up to College Street. And over in that direction is Kensington Market. It's a very interesting neighborhood adjacent to Chinatown. Thankfully, it's not disgustingly hot and humid today. It's much more pleasant, but still summery and warm day, though. But there is a nice, refreshing breeze. And anyone wondering where any remaining phone booths are in the downtown area, here's two right here. Some recent videos I've made a note of where all the last remaining phone booths are. There's still way more phone booths left in the downtown than there are gas stations, I can tell you that. And that's just about it for Chinatown. If I was doing a proper Chinatown tour, I would have walked a little more leisurely and talked about a few more things here and there, but I'm literally just speed walking through the area, trying to get up to Harvard Street. So here's College Street.
Just to say, like, if I just like that line coming up.
quick look around. Right, not much further. Harbor Street is the next major street to the north of College. And here's the resurrected Silver Dollar Room. It's sort of a legendary bar where you could catch live acts. And it was demolished to make way for this new residential building, but they kind of built a new venue in its place of the old one and put the sign back up. So it's good to see that it still remains in some form. I'm not sure how it looks on the inside. Probably quite a bit different than how it used to look.
Everything, yo. Yeah, yo.
And this is Spadina Circle. Wraps around the School of Architecture. It's part of the University of Toronto. Beautiful old building. I'd say it's the perfect place to have the School of Architecture. And most of this area is influenced by the University of Toronto. A lot of these houses are used for student residences or sometimes fraternity houses, sometimes office space. And sometimes they're still remaining as just old traditional homes. There you can see the backside of the School of Architecture with this new addition. And some of these old places are a bit worse for wear here. It looks like this one is getting some renovations done. And the greenery here is sort of taking over the sidewalk. Yeah, that's all right. Tompkins House Campus Co-op. And another one here. And this is an interesting thing that I wasn't aware of for the longest time, the Ukrainian Museum of Canada. Knox Presbyterian Church. So here's Harvard Street. So heading east will take you through the heart of the U of T campus. And heading west will take you to the last remaining gas station in downtown Toronto. So it's good to see thriving independent bookstores. I think I'll just cross against the light here.
Michelle, she'll be in town.
And look at that, I can see it from here. Downtown's last gas station. This is gas station number 8 in total, number 4 in this video. And as I mentioned, this one is a relatively recent addition as far as I can tell, and it's on a very small site. There we go, Esso. So I hope you enjoyed the part 2 of the walk past all the gas stations in downtown Toronto. You want to check out part 1 where I did the east side of downtown. And now just cover the west side. So leave a comment below if you enjoyed the walk. Let me know your thoughts on the disappearing gas stations of downtown Toronto. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do you care? Do you not care? And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store and the recently enabled Super Thanks button right down below. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue. But will these gas stations continue? We shall see.